can Bitcoin still get to $100,000 during this bull run? Can it get to $200,000? I believe the answer is yes. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how that is possible and when we can expect Bitcoin to potentially put in these crazy kind of numbers, as well as what it means for altcoins. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing, so if that's a topic you'd like to stay up to date with, maybe just learn some more about, then make sure you subscribe to the Lark Davis channel. Also, if you take a quick second to tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, that would be super awesome. And of course, if you want to know when to put out a new video, you should click on that notification bell. By the way, if you want to start earning a safe and simple passive income with your cryptocurrencies, you should get yourself an account over on Celsius. You can earn 6.2% on your Bitcoin, 5.35% on your Ethereum, 8.88% on your dollar stablecoins. Great rates for loads of other altcoins as well. If you use the link down below to start your account, you will get a $50 Bitcoin bonus when using the promo code LARK. There's also a referral code down there in case it asks you for that. Now let's go ahead and get into this topic. This is the chart hopium that you need that's going to show you how Bitcoin could realistically reach $100,000 within the next few months and how it's likely going to go much higher than that, with a cycle top somewhere between $180,000 to $280,000, which may seem kind of crazy, but we have a lot of precedent for this exact kind of price action happening. Of course, the Bitcoin ETF is likely to be the big price catalyst that sends that craziness going to the moon. But likely we could also see Facebook or some other big companies coming out buying Bitcoin, which will also be a pretty major catalyst for Bitcoin. Now let's, of course, start off by taking a look here at the stock to flow model. Now this model has been historically pretty accurate. It's been pretty good. And the creator of this, Plan B, he's been pretty good at calling the price minimums of the given months this year. So the model's going pretty well so far. His current modeling is putting this at $135,000 Bitcoin by December. Worst case scenario. That would be a pretty dramatic move from here. It's about 150% gains for Bitcoin from the current price. That would be pretty awesome. That would be pretty awesome. I could dig that. I could dig $135,000 Bitcoin by December. Be interesting to see if that is indeed how the stock to flow model ends up playing out during this cycle. And of course, what we would be looking for would be a deviation above the top of the stock to flow model here, sometime probably early in 2022, which would give us that $200,000 plus Bitcoin. So that's something we can be watching for here based on that model, of course. The next chart I want to share with you here, if we considering the old lengthening cycle, diminishing return theory, I've been talking about this since basically mid last year, since around the Bitcoin halving, sharing these kinds of charts, posting them on Twitter. Earlier this year as well, this is what I still think is a likely scenario for Bitcoin. So you can see here we have the Bitcoin halvings. What happens with the Bitcoin halvings is that it tends to be the year after the Bitcoin halving is when you have the big price rally, the final price rally for Bitcoin before the markets cool off and enter into a bearish phase. So in the first period after the Bitcoin halving, that took 52 weeks to happen. We saw a 9,529% gain from the time of the Bitcoin halving up to the peak. 2017, well, the Bitcoin halving was in 2016. 2017 bull run, though, saw 2,888% gains over 75 weeks. This time, if we do get our lengthening cycle theory coming into play, now it's not as simply to say it's going to be another 25 weeks on top of that. Maybe it's 80 or 82 weeks. The cycle just gets a little bit longer. Now, if that were the case, if it were 80 or 82 weeks, that would approximately bring us into January sometime, for example. If it was a little bit more, bring us into February. Maybe it finishes in December, as it has done for previous cycles. right? We've seen that topping coming in either in November or December. November in 2013, December 2017. So maybe it is January in 2021. Could it really be that simple? Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, which is the crazy thing. Anyway, based on this idea, we're going to see Bitcoin potentially pumping less than it did in the previous cycle as a percentage from the rise from the Bitcoin having upwards. So if we got up to 2,000% gains, that would give us a $200,000 Bitcoin, targeting that in Q1 2022. In this scenario, we're likely to have Bitcoin over $100,000 as well in December. So something to keep an eye on out for. Next one here, very interesting. If you're thinking, well, look, Lark, that's, $200,000. We're only at 50,000 some dollars right now. How can you really say that we can get up to $200,000? I mean, that's just lay off the hopium, dude. You're crazy, son. These exact kind of percentage gains, this is exactly what has happened in previous bull runs. 2013, we got 338% gains. 2017, 304% gains just in Q4, right? That's coming up from the previous top price and then going on to get those kind of crazy gains afterwards. So that's all Q4 price action right there. Pretty incredible. Now, if we were to say that Bitcoin is going to have a bit of a diminishing return in this scenario here in Q4, maybe we only get a 200% pump. So from $65,000, which was our previous price high, does that mean we then get up to $180,000? Maybe a little more, $190,000? Very possible. Very possible. Those kind of gains are possible. And I know you're going to think, but come on, man, that's like another, $2 trillion of market cap coming into Bitcoin? That's too much. It's too crazy. When a Bitcoin ETF gets past, a mountain, a wall, a tsunami, some other kind of big thing coming at you, analogy of money is going to come into the market. It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive in the same way it was massive for gold. So that is, again, looking at a 200K potential situation. We may even, again, some of the higher estimates are calling for $280,000 at the blow-off top. Maybe. Knowing Bitcoin, having had the experience with Bitcoin that I've had over the years, nothing would surprise me when the euphoria kicks in, when the greed kicks in, when the mania kicks in. It goes real hard, real fast. And we have a supply crisis on our hands. You have to remember that. We are still in a situation where the supply of Bitcoin on exchanges just keeps going down, 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 down. Peak Bitcoin happened in 2020. It's never going to be that much Bitcoin on exchanges ever again. It's only down from here. And what happens when you have an asset where you have rising demand, falling supply? The price goes up. The price goes up. It's that simple. The next one I want to share with you here is that in 2013, 2017, the bull runs had an RSI double peak on the monthly, both times getting up over 90. So it's 2013. Peaked at 90, massive correction. Finished the year peaking again over 90 before the bear market kicked in. 2017, peaked over 90, had a massive correction. In September, September, always with September, man. What's up with Septembers? Then, of course, finishing out the year, again, peaking our RSI up over 90. What we are likely looking at in our current market structure is a double bubble, much like we saw in 2013. Again, history never repeats, but yes, it sure can rhyme. So we saw our monthly RSI getting up over 90 here back in April. So if we were to see a similar situation playing out over the coming months, and it's not to say it has to go straight up, it could take a few months to get there, but we could see that move up to 90 once more, which would indicate a likely blow-off top here for the market. Can the market do something fresh? Can we get a third rally of RSI up into the 90s sometime early next year? Sure, absolutely. There's always room for new patterns in markets, but it just gives you something to think about. It just helps you think again about the historical precedents that we've seen set for these kind of mega price pumps to happen in these bull markets. Now, this is a great one. TechDev52, he shared this on Twitter. And look, we've talked about the gold Bitcoin correlation. I've shared a few other charts that have shown this correlation in the past. But the current structure of Bitcoin versus the structure of gold from the 70s, these are in different time frames, mind you, but still, the structure is incredible. This is incredible stuff right here. So what you can see, blue is gold, right? This is 1970s gold. If you look at the pattern, you look at what happened, $1.2 trillion here, look at the charts. So that's scarily similar. We could see this playing out again. This chart here would bring us into 2022 for the price top, but that gets us up to $100,000 Bitcoin once again by the end of the year. So December, we're likely to have our $100,000 Bitcoin, fingers crossed, of course, then a blow-off top rally coming early 2022, late January, early February, something like that. Very, very interesting parallel, that one. Because, of course, Bitcoin is digital gold. So it's unsurprising it would have a parallel with gold. That, by the way, a $5 trillion market cap, if it followed through with that pattern, that would, again, bring us up to the $250,000, $280,000 Bitcoin. And look, there's a lot more charts we could share. I've shared more charts on the channel. We have the Peel multiple and the Nuppel and all kinds of different stuff, the logarithmic charts, all this stuff. Most of these show that we have not had a blow-off top yet for this Bitcoin cycle, that there is still room for the price to move much higher in this cycle. But look, if all these charts aren't enough for you, if you're still bearish, probably nothing's going to change your mind, and that's fine. You can be bearish. You can be bearish while the rest of us watch Bitcoin blast up to $200,000. Be as bearish as you want. Don't buy Bitcoin. Sit on the sidelines. More for the rest of us. It's all good. It's all good. Be as bearish as you want to be. That's fine. Me personally, I am bullish. Now, can I be wrong? Of course I can be wrong. Of course I can be wrong. But here's the truth. If I am wrong about the time frames, right? It takes much longer for Bitcoin to get up to $200,000. Doesn't happen until the end of next year or 2023 or gosh knows what. Reality is Bitcoin's still going to 6 digits. I personally think that from everything that I'm seeing, I hope I will be right. If I'm wrong, well, I've still got a great pile of Bitcoin that is on the long term going to be worth so much more than it's worth right now. You can doubt that we are going to have this Q4 into Q1 2022 rally and miss that train. Or believe and be on the train. I believe I'm on the train. I'm on the train, guys. And I did want to take a moment to talk about altcoins because I know most of you guys have been thinking, Bitcoin, yeah, man, that's cool. It's going to go up like 200 or 300%. That's awesome. But like my altcoins, Lark, my altcoins. Well, here's the thing. Bitcoin's tip of the spear. Bitcoin's the big boy. Bitcoin is the king of the market, the king of the jungle. But if Bitcoin goes up to $200,000, do you have any idea what's going to happen to your altcoins? Do you have any idea how insane it's going to be for your altcoins? We're going to see altcoins doing 10 to 100x moves. A lot of the big coins, they're going to do 10x. That's your top 20 coins. A lot of your smaller coins, things under the top 100, 100x gains, potential, right? We're going to see incredible wealth being pushed for a very, very short amount of time with these coins all going crazy. Now, the best time to exit, historically, 2 to 3 weeks after Bitcoin tops. So you can see this is a chart here. This is from 2017. This shows Bitcoin topping here, mid-December. I think it was December 18th, 19th, something like that. Then about 2 weeks later, right in the first, I think it was January 3rd or 4th, basically altcoins topped. So we had that 2-week period. Bitcoin topped, started trending down, altcoins raged higher. And then things started going downhill from there. So that's probably the point of maximum financial opportunity for selling your altcoins. Now, you don't have to wait for that exact moment and then sell all of your altcoins at the same time. You have to understand that with altcoins, very, very few people are going to sell the exact top. Very, very few people are going to buy the exact bottom. And an even tinier fraction of people are going to buy the exact bottom and then sell the exact top. 99.99% of the money is made in between those 2 points. So if you've made a great gain on your altcoins and they keep pumping a bit after you sold them, it's okay. Remember, you can ladder out and stuff too. And if you have trouble with the whole concept of taking profits and hitting the sell button, I've made a few videos on it. Go look up Lark Davis, how to take profits. You'll find some of those videos. Maybe it's time to make a new one at some point here in the distant future. But yeah, anyway, remember this. Remember this important point, because at some point, the music will stop, and you don't want to get caught dancing naked by yourself, holding a stinky fish. Been there, done that. It's not fun. Take profits on your altcoins. And I say that as someone who remains very bullish on all of the crypto market for the coming decade. But a bear market can come, it will come, and it will be brutal when it happens. It'll catch a lot of people off guard. A lot of people will get overtaken by the greed and fail to realize profits and end up realizing losses, which is insane. Don't do that. Don't let that be you. You don't have to sell 100% of your crypto. You don't. You can sell half your bag. If you're really just thinking like, I'm not sure, I'm sitting on these massive gains, I'm just going to sell half my bag or 75% of my bag, and I'm going to keep a little bit of it just in case it keeps running. I don't want to sell all this cryptocurrency. Or maybe I just want to sell 25% so I know I've got my money back out and I've, doubled, tripled, quadrupled my money, and I've still got a big bag of these coins. If they go down, well, I didn't make as much as I could have. But if they keep going up, well, then I catch some more gains. Don't get caught with your pants down, guys. Don't get caught. It's a bad situation. Anyway, just my 2 Satoshis for the day. Your question. Do you agree with my thesis that we could see Bitcoin getting up to potentially $200,000 sometime early next year? Or is that just too crazy? It's never going to happen. I'm crazy because this is a bear market already. What are you thinking, Lark? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.